Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jeff coming to you from Sinister Carny Carousel. We're here in Whitehall, Pennsylvania, and we're going to check out the Paranormal Cirque that we have going on here. So it's something that's been going around, I think around the country actually, for the last 3 years. I saw the original edition 2 years ago, Paranormal Cirque 1. This is labeled as the Paranormal Cirque 3. So we're going to check it out tonight. We'll hopefully have a good review for you afterwards, and we'll check it at different times.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sinister Carny Carousel, the channel where we do spooky reviews, tips and tricks, scary stories, and more. My name is Jeff, and this is a very special video, and we'll get to why that is later on in the video. As you saw from the opening clip, we are going to be reviewing the Paranormal Cirque, more specifically the Paranormal Cirque III, as they do currently have 3 different editions touring, a 1, a 2, and a 3. The edition that was in our local town here that we were at is the Paranormal Cirque III. So the Paranormal Cirque is presented by Cirque Italia. On their website, they describe themselves as an Italian entertainment company that brings a performance of European style, described as vivid, dramatic, and a moving experience under a customized traveling tent that brings the appreciation of production and circus arts together to create a night that is to be remembered. So right away you can see that the circus performed under a fairly big black and white circus style tent. When you first arrive, it definitely gives you the vibe of the old traveling circuses that used to come around. They're typically going to be located in some kind of large parking lot. In this case, this was located in the parking lot for a local mall in the area. I will put a link in the description below where you can find tickets. The seating is oriented in a circle around the stage. There are 4 different levels highlighted by different colors on the map, which each come with different pricing. The first section is Platinum Level 1, shown by the light gray circles directly surrounding the stage. This level is just about the same height as the stage. Adult tickets for this section cost $60 for a view where you will be looking straight on to the stage, and $55 for tickets on the side of the stage, while youth tickets in the same section, ages 13 to 17, will cost $55 or $50 respectively. During the show, there will be performers walking in and around you at times if you are sitting in this section, as well as you may get picked on to be part of the show if you are sitting in this section. The next 2 levels are the Black Premium and Black Level 2. The Black Premium and Level 2 sections are essentially stadium-type seating where each row is higher than the last, but they do have chairs with seat backs, so they're a little bit more comfortable than just sitting on the standard stadium seating. The difference between the Black Premium and the Black Level 2 is that the Black Premium is the section with the straight-on view of the stage, so it'll give you a little bit better view of the acts. That section is highlighted in a darker gray color beneath the word Section 1. Adult tickets in this section are going to be $40, while the youth tickets are $30. The Black Level 2 sections are highlighted in black. There are sections on both sides of the stage by sections 2 and 3, as well as higher up in section 1 behind where the black platinum level is. Adult tickets in this section are going to be $35 and youth tickets are going to be $25. The last section that there is Red Level 3. This is the last 2 rows in all of the sections, highlighted in red as the name suggests. The tickets here are going to be $25 for adults and $20 for children. This is the section that we sat in during our show, mostly because we got our tickets a little late, and that was really all that was left when we went to order the tickets. Depending on where you sit, it is possible that the truss supports that help support the tent, as well as some of the apparatuses for the performers and for the lighting, may obscure your view partially, but I don't really think there are any terrible spots to watch the show from. Really, wherever you're sitting, you're going to have a pretty good view of some of the acts. Again, if you're sitting in the section around the stage or in the first few rows of the Black Premium or Black Level 2 sections, you may get picked on to participate in the show. I don't want to give away what you might have to be doing, but just know that if you do or don't want to be a part of the show, you should either pick or stay away from those seats. There is a trailer on site if you want to just walk up and get tickets the day of, but I would suggest going to the website at the link in the description and ordering them ahead of time. It is pretty quick and easy, and as I mentioned before with our own show, the tickets can go pretty quickly, especially if you want to be able to pick the specific seats, like if you wanted to sit in the area where you could potentially get picked for the show, or if you just wanted to be able to sit really close to the stage in that first section. It's really easy to go on and pick your seats. Now, you may have heard me mention before there is a youth ticket which is tagged for ages 13 to 17. The show itself is actually R-rated, so anyone under the age of 17 will need to be accompanied by an adult at least 21 years of age or older with a valid ID, and anyone that is younger than 13 years old is not permitted at the show. Also, just a heads up for anyone that may be very religious in advance, there is some devil imagery in the form of masks that are some of the performers, so if that is something that bothers you, you may want to reconsider getting tickets for the show. Again, it's not much, just a couple masks on some of the characters that are in the show, but just a forewarning that there is some of that within the show. Once you arrive, you'll see a little archway that says Cirque Italia on it to walk under, which will lead you to the opening in the tent. Be sure to have your tickets ready, whether you have a physical ticket or an electronic copy on your phone. You can pick out the workers pretty easily, as most of them have Halloween type makeup on. There is absolutely no outside food or beverages allowed. My little sister actually came along with us on this trip for the show and had a water bottle with her and was told she had to throw it out, which is unfortunate because if it's a hot day or night, it can get pretty stuffy underneath the tent. But they do have some refreshments inside, and of course, they want you to spend your money in there for them. Once you do get inside, they have a few fun things to do. There are a couple of different photo op areas. There's a little graveyard that they have set up, a coffin that you can sit in and take pictures in or videos. They also have a little haunted house set up. While it's nothing amazing, like a dedicated haunted house would be, it is a fun little thing to do for a few good scares before you head in and go to your seat. And you are able to go through multiple times if you want. We actually went through 2 different times for the little haunted house. As mentioned, there are some concessions, water, Gatorade, popcorn, snow cones, and a few more items. They also have a few booths set up where you can buy some fun masks that are lighted, the devil masks, a couple other shiny ones that you have going on. So there are different things that you can buy inside of the tent. Everything in the tent is cash only, so make sure that you bring some cash with you. If not, they basically have a human ATM. It is a person with a pad that you can scan your card to, and you will be able to get cash from them. The 3 editions of the Paranormal Cirque show are each a little bit different. Ours started out with some video projections on a semi-see-through cloth with some story that unfortunately was very hard to make out, both with the video and with the audio. When the cloth was dropped, there was a young boy wheeling out on a small tricycle. As he was wheeling out, it really gave me the vibes of Billy the Puppet from the Saw franchise. He was really creepy. Came out very slow, and then when he stood up, made some creepy movements. Now, when the boy stopped, he actually read out the rules of the show, which included no using of phones or you will die. So we decided to respect that, as we have a lot more videos that we would like to make and shoot over the years. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get any shots from inside the tent aside from the tricycle coming out. The show is split into 2 sets with about a 15-minute intermission. With that being said, let's go ahead and catch up with myself during the first intermission of the show.
Hey everyone, it's Jeff checking back in with you from the Sinister Carny Carousel. We're at the intermission for the Paranormal Cirque right now. So just a little bit of an update. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to film inside, so we can't have any videos going on or anything like that. But it is a pretty good show so far. They've had a juggler, a unicycle, some aerial acts, and also some comedy thrown in, which is pretty good. Just do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer if you have kids. They do have women that are dressed a little bit revealing, not too bad. And a little bit of the comedy is not kid appropriate. But so far, again, halfway through the show, it's pretty good, and we'll check back in with you at the end.
The first set lasted about an hour and a half. The script is generally the same throughout. You get about 2 to 3 of the Cirque acts, and then you get a little bit of a comedy bit in between, and so on. There is a variety of different acts, from aerials to juggling, whips, knife throwing, and more, and they're all very good. During the intermission, they do give enough time for everyone to use the bathroom. Outside of the tent, they have several porta potties along with portable hand washing stations. They also have some people walking around selling different items. Here you can see my sister has a kebab of chocolate covered strawberries, which costs $10. 2 years ago, when I saw the Paranormal Cirque I show, they had a few different photo op opportunities during the intermission. I'm not sure if that was available this time around or not, as we were outside of the tent getting some fresh air for most of the duration of the intermission. The second set was noticeably shorter, around 45 minutes, and didn't include as much of the comedy in it. Again, let's go back over to myself for a final summary of the show.
Hey everyone, Jeff back again here at the end of the show for the Paranormal Cirque III. So as you see, everybody's filing out. It just ended. The second set was a little bit shorter than the first set, but definitely not any less for the acts. It was really good. They had a couple aerial acts again that they did, a really cool crossbow act that they did. So definitely recommend it. I would say as a whole, if I was going to give it a score, probably an 8 out of 10. The acts themselves were really good. Just a couple things to consider if you're coming out and it's the summer, depending on when the Paranormal Cirque might be in your town. It can be very hot like it is tonight. It was 90 during the day today. Still pretty warm here at night. And the tent online will say that it's climate controlled, but really they have a couple fans blowing in there with some cold air. It was a little stuffy underneath the tent, so just take that into account. Everything in the concessions, they do have some masks that you can buy, and then for food they have some hot dogs, they have snow cones, they have water, Gatorades, some slushies. It's all cash only once you're in there. They do have a machine where you can get your card in and get cash out. It's not an ATM, it's just people working it, but if you don't have cash you can bring it. And again, just like I said, not necessarily really appropriate for kids with some of the outfits that were being worn, things like that. But definitely, if you're a fan of Halloween, if you're a fan of the circus, anything like that, I would definitely come and check it out if they're coming to their town. Really good show. Like I said, the acts were great. The only thing that I would ding on the score again is online saying climate controlled, but it was a little stuffy under there. But other than that, it was great. Had a really good time. And thanks. We'll see you next time.
Just to summarize my points again, the show is very good. All of the acts are really talented, the comedy is hilarious, we were all laughing really hard the entire show and thoroughly enjoyed it. There is supposed to be a little bit of a storyline in the show with collecting souls and such, but there isn't really a whole lot that carried the story, just a few different verbal bits. And lastly, again, the website does say that it is a climate-controlled tent, but if it's really hot outside, it's still going to be pretty stuffy under there, so plan accordingly. A few different people in the crowd that we saw had things to fan themselves, and just make sure that you stay hydrated. Again, you won't be able to bring anything in from the outside, so you'll have to get some water or some Gatorade from the vendors that they have inside of the tent. Overall, we really enjoyed the show. I think if you're a fan of Halloween, of the circus, or even just looking for a night out or something for a date night, you will definitely enjoy the show. On the screen, you can see dates for all of the rest of their upcoming shows, or you can go ahead and visit the site at the link in the description. So if they're coming around to a city near you, go ahead and check it out and let us know what you think about it in the comments. Earlier in this video, I did mention that this is a very special video for us, and that is because it's actually the very first review that we are doing on the channel. We are starting out small, but we plan to keep building along as we go with videos, the production value, and everything that goes along with making the videos. So if you like this video, please consider supporting the channel by hitting the thumbs up button to leave a like, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get off the ground, and it would be a very big help for us, and we would appreciate it dearly. We have a lot of great stuff planned upcoming, including a few videos relating to the Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, presenting some tips and tricks that we learned on our first trip there last year, so be sure to stay tuned. That's it for this video. Once again, I'm Jeff with the Sinister Carny Carousel, and we'll see you in the next one.